Hey guys, welcome back to the Texas State Theory Test, grade 5. In this video, we're going to be going over question 9 and 10. So, let's get started. It states, question 9 states, below the arrow in each measure, draw the one rest that has been left out of the measure. Do not use dotted rests. Something seems to be missing on this practice test. We are missing arrows. So, let me quickly draw the arrows where they should be, because after doing this for 25 years, I pretty much know exactly where the arrows are going to be. So, give me just 1 second. Alright, and we're back. So let's draw. Now remember, we're doing rests. Highlight that, underline that. We are doing rests in this one. If you go back a couple of videos, I think I showed you all the different types of rests. If you go back to the very beginning, I think I showed you how to draw all the types of rests. So you should be pretty familiar with this, especially since you're in grade 5. Okay, so let's get out our pencil and take a look at this. First thing we want to do is our box method. So we have a group of beamed notes, another group of beamed notes, and a quarter note. So I have 3 boxes. I'm missing a box, so I need one rest to take up one beat. So we're going to draw a quarter rest. Remember, the quarter rest doesn't touch the top line, and it doesn't touch the bottom line. Okay. Let's do our boxes. I have a quarter note here. I have a strange-looking group of beamed notes, but it's a group of beamed notes nonetheless. I will break this down for you. This is a fourth of a beat. This is a half of a beat. And this is a fourth of a beat. Okay, all together that makes one beat. But it's a group of beamed notes, and usually 90% of the time or so, a group of beamed notes is going to equal one beat in 4/4 time. So unless there's a rest close by, then you can almost be certain of it. Okay, so all I need to do is I need 2 more boxes, or 2 more beats. Which note gets half, or gets, not note, which rest gets 2 beats? It's been a long day. 1, 2, 3, a half rest would. So I always draw the half rest on line number 3, and we're good. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. Next one, I have nothing here. So the only rest that would take up the whole measure is the whole rest, right? So the whole rest is always hanging down from line number 4. It's that simple. And moving on. Alright, here I have 2 beats. I have 1 and 2. And so I need 2 more beats. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a half rest. Half rest sits on line number 3. And then we're done with question number 9. Let's move on to question number 10. Right? I mean, yeah, question number 10. Yeah, we're doing 9 and 10 in this video. Sorry, lost my mind there for a second. It'll happen to you too as you get older. Question number 10. I can't read the question if I'm zoomed in like that, can I? Man, what is wrong with me today? Okay, question number 10 states, write the numbers below each note or rest for each measure as you would count aloud when tapping the following rhythm. Okay, so we're just writing counts, numbers, and symbols and below each note or rest. Pay attention to the time signature. The time signature is not 4/4, which is what you might assume it would be. It is actually 3/4. So what we're going to do is do the box method. And the box method works about 90% of the time, but there is a point in this one where the box method is not going to work, so I'm going to show you how to work through that. But let's just start with the first measure. So let's draw the boxes. Here I have a beat, and here I have a beat. But look, beamed notes. No beamed notes here because this kind of took the place of this one if you want to interchange them. So that's an 8th rest and an 8th note, so this would be a box. So now we have to draw numbers and symbols below the notes. So the first thing you should probably do is at the beginning of each box, draw just the number. So I have beat number 1, beat number 2, and beat number 3. Now, below these other ones, here and here, I have to draw some type of symbol. When we just have 8th notes, the symbol that you draw is a little and sign. So that's 2 and, 3 and. Ta-da. Alright. Let's draw our boxes. Here, 1 box, a group of beamed notes, and a quarter rest. Quarter note, 4/16 notes, quarter rest. Let's draw our numbers. Here we would have 1, here we would have 2, and here we would have 3. Okay, now under these other 3/16 notes, I need to draw some symbols. The and sign is going to be in here, but it's going to be here. just imagine, just remember that 2 16th notes equal 1/8 note. So that's like having 2 and, but I have notes in between those. So I have to draw this right here, E and So it's 2 E and If it was just 8th notes, it would look like this. Alright? It would look just like that, and then I would have a 2 and under it. If it was just a quarter note, it would look like that, and I would just have a 2 under it, right? So, I hope that's not confusing. If it's confusing, let me know in your next lesson. Alright, now here's the measure that the box method doesn't really work. It kind of works, but not 100%. So, we have a dotted quarter note here, which is going to get a beat and a half. So you're going to have to imagine that this is 1 beat, and then this 8th note with the dot is another beat. So it's kind of confusing, but that's the way it's going to be. So what you have to do is you're going to draw a 1 and 2 under the dotted quarter note, and then an and all by its lonesome, because if we were going to draw a box here, it would look like this, and then this would look like this. Now all you have to do is you have to imagine that there was another 8th rest or 8th note here, and it decided to leave its partner and go, and go over with the other one. So this 8th note decided to leave, and that's what the dot represents. It took off because the 2 would have been here. It would have been 1 and 2 and, but this guy, he's a schmutz, and he decided to take off and go over here. So now it's 1 and 2, and the and here, oh whoops, undo that. The and here is all by its lonesome. Okay, so that's 1 and 2 and then I have 3 and. I hope that makes sense. If it doesn't make sense, try to forget everything I just said. Here we have a big box, and we cut it into thirds because that gets 3 beats. So that's just 1, 2, 3. I draw the dashes just to show that it's holding all 3 beats. If you don't want to draw the dashes, I don't think they'll count off for you as long as you just put 1, 2, 3 in there. Alright, that's all of questions 9 and 10. If you have any questions, like I said, ask me in your next lesson. Keep practicing, keep studying, and I will see you in the next video.